Sometimes, honestly, I really can't believe that we've got that many properties under management. We had 10 employees, a few years ago in 2017, and now we have 77 employees. It's been phenomenal, but without sounding too cliche, the vast majority of our success goes to the getting the people in place where they need to. Say, hey, you get the right people on the bus, and then you get them in the right seat on the bus, and so that's played a really big part in all of our success. I would honestly say the biggest struggle or maybe growth opportunity if you are looking to start a business out there is being pliable, being very flexible, being able to pivot very quickly. And that's something that when growing a turnkey company, when growing a property management company, what worked at 50 doors a year is not going to work at 100. And what works with 300 properties under management, it's not going to work at 600, it's not going to work at 900, and it's not going to work at 1,500. So you have to move and be more efficient with your processes as soon as possible. And so we're just going to leave it that way, and we're going to keep trying to push and grow. Um, and again, cliche, but the mistakes of not pivoting quick enough. I could sit here and talk to you for another 3 hours about all of the mistakes I've made and growing these companies and what we've had to change because I didn't act fast enough, because we didn't change quick enough, but still assessing the situation and realizing, hey, this is not where we need to be, and we need to pivot. The last thing I'll say is tracking all of your numbers. But I can't stress this enough, is when you're starting off and you need to know where to improve and where to focus on, you have to know where your weaknesses are. And if you're not tracking your basic metrics, how do you know where your weaknesses are? How do you know how you're doing overall? If you're not tracking your renovation budgets and how close you are to them, if you're not tracking your occupancy, how do you know if you're successful? So it's an accountability, and also just knowing where you're struggling, knowing what you're doing good at, so you can keep doing that, and knowing where you need to focus your attention. What gets measured gets managed. I believe in that, and I think that plays a big part in how we've been able to scale. So if you want to know more, you want to learn about our markets or even see our available properties, check us out, spartaninvest.com.